Two American F-22 Raptor fighter jets were heading towards the Iranian Sea at high speed. The clock was at 8:13 a.m. They had been sent on a special mission. The fighter jets had to reach a military base in the southern desert of Iran. One was Captain David, and the other was an experienced pilot named Royal Snow. They had very little time. They had to complete a special mission in just 17 minutes and return to international airspace, because they knew that the military bases in the northern region of Iran became fully operational after 8:30 a.m. So they chose this time when most military units were busy with morning preparations. Their plan was to fly very quickly at low altitude towards the Strait of Hormuz and reach the southern area. The two pilots were flying very close to the sea at that time. Their speed was extremely high. These jets, which were running at a speed of more than 2,000 kilometers per hour, were almost impossible to chase with ordinary fighter jets. The pilots knew that Iran did not have any modern fighter jets, so it was almost impossible to chase them with fighter jets. So they were moving towards them almost silently at a very low altitude through the gaps in the mountains. Meanwhile, a junior officer was on duty in a large radar control room in Iran. Since it was morning, the entire control room was not yet fully active. The junior officer was mainly doing general observation work. He was watching the screen to see if any unusual signals were visible. Suddenly, he saw two blurry signals on the radar screen. The signals were visible for a few seconds and then disappeared again. At first, he did not understand what it was. Being a new officer, he was a little hesitant about the matter. Later, he quickly called a senior officer. The senior officer came and looked at the first screen and could not see anything. He might have thought that the junior officer had seen something wrong. But after a few moments, the blurry signal appeared again. This time, he realized that the matter was not normal, because no warplanes usually fly in the Hormuz region, especially in that part of the international airspace. Military patrols are also very rare. Immediately, advanced radar and defense systems were ordered to be activated. But since it was morning, it took some time for all units to be fully ready. Many systems were in standby mode. It would take about 10 to 15 minutes to activate them. Meanwhile, the pilots in the sky suddenly noticed a warning signal on their plane. The system inside the plane was showing that someone had locked their radar. That is, an air defense system or missile was trying to track their location. They were surprised to see this, because they thought that flying at such a low altitude and at such a high speed would not be easy to catch. After a while, they saw a missile coming rapidly in the sky. Iran usually uses the S-300 series air defense systems. The missiles launched from these fly at a speed of 2,000 kilometers per hour and track and chase the target. Then the two pilots quickly activated the aircraft's flare system. Such flares are used only to deceive missiles. But 6 more missiles were fired from the air defense system. Then the two jets quickly tried to return to international airspace. The officers in the radar control room could see on the screen 2 blurry signals moving away quickly. But suddenly, one of the signals disappeared. Then the senior radar officer realized that a missile had reached its target. This incident was spread in various international media and social media. Later, the American side informed that this was a routine military exercise, and the planes had mistakenly gone near the area. On the other hand, the Iranian side gave a strong message that no intrusion into their airspace would be tolerated. After this incident, Iran has further strengthened the security of its airspace and airbases. They have ordered all their units to be fully active, because in this situation in the Middle East, Iran is not giving any concessions to its airspace.